All right, question 17, graph the circle, and we've been given the equation of a circle in center radius form, and if you watched the previous two videos, questions 15 and 16, you may recall that the center radius form is given as x minus h quantity squared plus y minus k quantity squared equals r squared. And so in order to graph this equation, we need to identify what the center of this circle is, and then we need to identify what the radius of this circle is. And instead of going into the long, drawn-out explanation of how to find these two pieces of information, I'm going to quickly give us the shortcut that you'll be able to use. We are trying to identify the center, and we know that the center of a circle is some ordered pair, some x, y. So to get the x component of our ordered pair, go up to the x minus h squared part of your center radius form. Take a look at what we've been given here. We've been given a -3. Well, we're going to take the opposite of a -3, which would be a +3, and that's going to be the x component of the ordered pair for the center. Similarly, with the y, we're going to see, we've been given a +1, which means I need to take the opposite of that, which would be a -1, and that will be the y component of the ordered pair. So our center is +3, -1. Now let's find the radius. Well, we see here that we have a 16 as the constant on the right-hand side of our equal sign. And if we look at the center radius form here, we can see that the radius is squared, but we don't see a square here, do we? We just see a constant, which means if we want to find the radius, we have to take the square root of whatever number is here. And so if we take the square root of 16, we know that's 4, and so the radius of our circle is 4 units. So now that we have the center, we have the radius, we can go ahead and graph the circle. Let's go ahead and first graph the center, which is at 3, -1, so right there. And now we know the radius is 4. So from the center here, we're going to go out 4 units in really all directions, but it's a little hard to do diagonals on a grid. So all we're going to do is we're going to go up 4 units, 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to go down 4 units from the center, so 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're going to go left and right 4 units. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. And finally 1, 2, 3, 4. And now do your best to connect these lines, these points rather, with something that looks like a circle. And I'm sure you can do a better job than I can. But there we have it. We have graphed the circle that's centered at the point 3, -1 with a radius of 4.